Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video, I have created one of the subdomain, I have created one of the database, and also I export database from to the local host, right? So there is a local host, so from to the local host I export our database and also import it in our this web host. So into this web host area, how can import it, and also I zip all that our file. So I have already zip all that file, that is our without only that public folder, right? So now we have to import it. That means we have to import it. If you want to import, then we have to go to our public. So into the public, and that is our subdomain I have created as a API and FGCL domain name.com, right? So into this position, first of all, we have to upload. So now I simply upload. Now click as a select file. So into this C drive, and that is our local host, and here I am actually using, I have installed my XAMPP, and then is htdocs as a main root directory, and here I have created one of the folder as a React. So that is our project, and here actually I save it. You can see there is a rapi.zip. So now I simply open it. So now this file is uploaded. So it may also take little time. So here you can see friend, it's now successfully uploaded, right? So after that upload, if you click as a go back, and that is our this total zip file. So now I want to do and to extract it, because that is one of the zip file we have to extract. I want to extract in particular this folder. Now click as extract file. So our total file is now extract. Okay, so you can see total file is extract, and here is perfectly loaded. So now first of all we have to configure it. We have to configure it with our this database, right? So before I have already done it. I have already done it into the .env file. So now we have to work into this .env. I click as edit. Now click as edit this file. So first of all, our app URL. So right now I'm using our app URL as this one. I copy it. So now our app URL, here I want to simply update as a HTTPS, and then the RAPI, and then fgclbd.com. Perfect. And also before I'm actually using that local host, now we have to update our this database connection also. I have already saved all that our data. So that will be our database name. I copy it. So I have already created this database, and here I have already exported it, right? I have exported our total database. Now we have to update this part also. So our database name before that was in localhost as a RAPI. So now I have created this, which is totally fine. And then database password, I copy it. So that will be as a password, and then database username, that is actually the username. Okay, so I copy it. So that will be our username, which is totally fine. I hope friend every part is very clear. Now click as a save all, so which is perfect. So now we have to also upload our another file. So here as I told you, I from to this our local host, I get all that our folder without this public, right? So into this public folder they have the two files. So one of the index file, one of the a.htxs file. So these two of this file I want to upload. So if you want to upload, then there is a upload position. Here I want to upload it. So better I want to minimize it here. And now I want to select both of this. So I want to select both of this file as HTTPS, and then the index. So I simply drag and drop. I simply add it. Okay. So now our two of this file is also loaded. Now click as a go back. So now that is in here. So now friend, if you run it like here, if you click as a enter, now you can see it's not working. It's showing as a HTTP error 500. It's because of all here also we have to update some of the file. Like here we don't need this. I simply close it. And here I have uploaded two of this file, one of the STXS, another is index, right? So there is a index.php that is actually I get it from to the public. So now here I want to click as edit. I click as edit this file, and in this file area now we have to update that is actually the vendor. Okay, we have to update the vendor, we have to update the bootstrap folder. So right now that is in our appropriate same folder, right? You can see that is into the same folder as a bootstrap, and also there is a vendor. So also we have to update our this path, because before in our local host this file is allocated into this switch position. This file is allocated in our public. For this from to this public folder you have to go outside, and then there is a bootstrap and then the vendor. But right now in our cPanel I have already take it into the same folder position. So now here we have to because see before there is a just go outside from to the our public folder. So right now here we don't need this. I simply remove it, and only that will be the hash and then the vendor, and also same for the bootstrap. I simply remove it. Okay, so I simply remove it. So that is our bootstrap and that is our vendor folder. I simply update both of these, and then the storage also here we don't need this, we don't need to go outside. So that is the storage, and also I want to update it. Okay, so here only you have to update this all directory link. Now click as a save changes, and now if you go there, now click as a enter. Yes, you can see our Laravel project is now successfully loaded in our web host. And also you can see, friend, our HTTPS now it's perfectly get. Okay, before that they have some of the error, because as I told you, it may take little time. So right now it's perfect. It's actually take maximum 10 minutes. So after the 10 minutes, our SSL is also perfectly working. So if you can see that is our HTTPS and then our projects. You click as a enter. Our project is now running, so it's just like our local host. So before that was into the local host, and right now that is in our web host. Okay, so right now we don't need this. I go to that Axios, I remove it. So that is our local host, and that is our local host server, and now there is our cPanel. Perfect. So friend, I hope you understand that part. So now I want to get this data from to this position. So as I told you, I will discuss both of this with you. So if you want to get this, consume this data from to this web host server, you can get this data. If you want to consume this data from to the local host, you can also get this data from here. I will share both of this with you. So next video I want to consume all that our API's data, and I want to visible it in our home page. So how can do that work? In our next video I will show you that things with a live example. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.